Angie Hobbs, so we come to Socrates. What was radical and new about him? David, very magnificent elliptical way giving us there's maybe more to say about pre-Socrates, but we needn't. What did he bring that made him such a significant figure to significant figures like Plato, and then through Plato to Aristotle and so forth to the present day? What was new?
Okay, well, I think Cicero puts it really well in his Tusculan Disputations. He says that Socrates was the first to bring philosophy down from the heavens and into the towns and into people's homes. Socrates' passion is for ethics. He starts off with what he believes is the fundamental question of life. How should life be lived? That's the question he asks again and again. And the answer he gives, which he assumes, perhaps wrongly, that everybody would assent to, is that life should be lived flourishingly, that it's flourishing, or less accurately, happiness is what we all want. Now, his next move is a much more controversial one, because he then says that the flourishing life is, in fact, the virtuous life, which, of course, not all people would assent to. Various characters in Plato do not assent to that. Now, the reason Socrates gives for saying this, or one of the reasons, is that he thinks that the soul is far more precious than the body or than an external goods. Indeed, that nothing else, neither an external such as wealth or even physical health, can do you any good unless you exercise it virtuously. So your soul is absolutely all important. Therefore, the virtuous life must be the flourishing life. If you act viciously towards...
Flourishing, can you just keep redefining that? I mean, it has a completely different meaning nowadays, so just let's bring us back up to speed on that.
Absolutely. Yeah, the Greek word is eudaimonia, which means being blessed with a good daimon, and there is an element of subjective happiness and feeling good in it, but it's also a more objective concept than the one that we would have today. It's connected perhaps with sort of actualising your potential as a human being, with being a successful human being. So if you act viciously, if you hurt other people, you are in fact hurting yourself.
It's completely entwined with virtue, isn't it?
For Socrates, it is.
We're talking about Socrates.
For Socrates, it is. This is his big move. That is, he wants to say, we all agree that we want happiness, the flourishing life. And what I'm telling you is that you're not going to get the flourishing life unless you live virtuously, because otherwise you're going to be harming yourself more than the people you hurt, because you will harm your own soul. You can only hurt other people's bodies or their possessions. Only the agent can harm his or her own soul. That was that was the controversial claim. That was a radical claim.
David, would you have to come in?
Yes, in fact, that what Andrew's talking about there brings on to one of Socrates' most distinctive